Hey fellow Star Trek fans. Today's video, well, it's kind of sad. It's kind of cool in a way and it's kind of sad in a way because this is the Diamond Select USS Enterprise NCC 1701. This is marketed as Star Trek II The Wrath of Khan, the Starship Legends series, Battle Damage Edition. And you can see that the ship, well, it's the Enterprise on the box exploding, and that's not from Star Trek II, that's from Star Trek III, The Search for Spock. But this edition shows the Enterprise, what she went through and how beat up she had gotten before her destruction. Again, it's from Diamond Select. You see the ART Asylum. The front of the box shows you the saucer section. It says USS Enterprise NCC 1701 Kirk versus Khan Battle Damage. Authentic movie sound effects with light up engines, bridge, and deflector. 16-inch battle damage electronic Starship. And in top says try me, press bridge dome once for try me. Press and hold dome for a few seconds to play all Starship lights and sounds. So let's go ahead and see what it does. Can't really see too much in the box. Let's turn the box around. Interestingly, from the side, you can see where it says Star Trek II The Wrath of Khan, and it's got kind of the Star Trek the Motion Picture kind of rainbow effect. And on the bottom you can see the burn up of the Enterprise. That was so depressing. It was for me anyway. The Enterprise NCC 1701 is my favorite ship. And I remember sitting in the movie theater when I was a kid and watching it blow up just ripped my heart out, and I remember actually crying. It just was devastating to me to see the Enterprise blow up, and it seemed like they dragged it out, and then just to burn up in the atmosphere. And well, anyway, the back shows a depiction of the ship with the battle damage, and it shows different things of the sounds that it makes. Phaser attack, the impulse engines, enemy attack. This is when, of course, the USS Reliant attacked the Enterprise. Warp speed, warp out, photon torpedoes, and a transporter. And it just gives a little bit of information. The end of an era. After countless bluffs, Kirk finally destroyed his ship. The battle damaged ship was built with reference taken directly from the filming model. Of course, the filming model was it 9 feet? 9 feet or 11 feet. And it shows USS Enterprise NCC 1701 Starship Legends Battle Damaged Edition. Authentic USS Enterprise NCC 1701 Kirk vs. Khan Battle Damage from Star Trek II The Wrath of Khan and Star Trek III The Search for Spock. Real movie sounds, light up action, warp nacelles, impulse engines, bridge, and deflector. Featuring vital ship system audio and lighting effects. So, that being said, let me show you the other side of the box. It actually has like some kind of a logo, because I haven't opened the box yet. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. I'll put a picture up of it. we'll see what that's all about when we open it up. So I'm going to open it up and take it out of the box for you. Okay, so when I took it out of the box for you, and those of you that have not had the opportunity to own this model, man, they really don't want you to get it out of the box. It took forever to get out. At least it did for me, especially since I don't want to just rip it open because I want to put it back in the box. And anyway, another issue that I had is it comes with a different bottom that you can swap out to one that had the holders in the box, the hole for the stand. And of course, just like the other Starship Legends that I have from Diamond Select, I try to insert the little ball on the stand, put it into the ship to keep it up, and it just doesn't fit. So, I guess that's just something that they expect you to just jam it in there, and I just don't want to do that. I don't want to risk damaging this thing. I mean, this was expensive. That being said, let me give you a little tour of what it came with. It comes with a little Wave 1 thing. Again, I'm going to put pictures up so you guys can see, and if you want you can pause on it. Star Trek Wave 1. It also comes with the instructions, and again I'll put pictures up for you, and it shows, you know, the stand, put the ball in, and it just doesn't, I just can't get it to go in, and I don't want to force it. It shows you put it from normal play to try me. It was on try me, so I switched it over, and I switched out the bottom part for the stand. The stand itself has a Delta logo. Pretty cool. The stand is pretty cool. Just like the high definition Enterprise and the Starship Legends Enterprise. Let me go ahead and show you the ship itself. I'm going to have to hold it for you as I can't put it on a stand. You can see the saucer section, the damage, the heartbreaking damage that occurs literally seconds before the whole saucer, well, the front half of the saucer section explodes. You can see battle damage. On the bottom part, you can see the battle damage underneath. There's not too much battle damage on the bottom of the saucer section. On the starboard side, you can see there's damage to the nacelle. The detail on this model is really nice. I've done the Wrath of Khan Enterprise. That's another video, and you can check out that one. And this one seems more detail oriented than that one did. See the battle damage in the back. Swinging her around to the port side, you can see the battle damage where the Reliant attacked her. I mean, she's been through a lot. More battle damage on the nacelle. And on the saucer pylon in the front, you can see where a little bit of damage to the torpedo launcher. And on the bottom, the top of the nacelle pylon, there's a little bit of damage. The rear of the ship, you can see there's a little bit of damage to the bottom of the base of the saucer pylon. Interestingly, they put Enterprise on twice. I don't know, I think maybe that was a mistake. You think? It doesn't look like that. But the detail on this model is pretty spectacular, so I can't really complain about that. That was just funny. I'm not going to fix it. I'm going to leave it the way that I got it. So that being said, let me go ahead and I'll do some of the sounds. Well, I'll do all the sounds for you. Let's start with... Actually, I'm going to hold it down so it can play all of the sounds for you. That's all the sounds that she does. The model is beautiful. The detail is pretty spectacular on this model. Again, it's with great ambivalence that I purchased this because it's really cool, and at the same time it is really sad because this is the demise of a legend. I mean, I know they came with they replaced it with the NCC 1701A, and the A was the Yorktown, so that's kind of, well, that's another video, but this is really sad, but it is cool. Let me go through the sounds one more time. And that is the NCC 1701, The Destruction. Diamond Select also came out with one called Final Flight. That one does not have electronics, and it's all orange as it burns up in the atmosphere. And we'll see about getting that one. But this is, well, let me show you the shot. After it seems like an eternity where they torture her, blow up the front half of the saucer section. She kind of goes towards the camera and into the atmosphere on Genesis, where she burns up. But this ship is a beauty. And this is one of the rarer ones. I had a hard time locating this one. I got this one off eBay, and these are a little more expensive because they're not as common as the other ones are. And I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but you can see the Aztecing. Like I said, the detailing on this model is really amazing. It's really pretty. That being said, this is the Diamond Select USS Enterprise NCC 1701 with battle damage that was sustained from Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. in Star Trek III, The Search for Spock. Of course, we know that the Enterprise was going back to be decommissioned anyway. And what had happened was Mr. Spock's Katra was put into Dr. McCoy, but they didn't realize that he had put it in Dr. McCoy. So when Sarek goes to visit Admiral Kirk, he tells him that the Katra, all that Spock was, is gone. It's lost. Basically his soul. And Kirk informs him that he couldn't touch him. That heartbreaking scene at the end of Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, where Mr. Spock is in the chamber and it's flooded with radiation and he passes away. He couldn't touch him. But they replay a tape from the ship, and they had shown that he did in fact mind meld with Dr. McCoy. And Dr. McCoy's comments when he finds out are pretty amusing. And I quote, "That green-blooded son of a bitch. It was his revenge for all those arguments he lost." And then Admiral Kirk goes to Starfleet Command and he asks to take the ship back for Mr. Spock, then Captain Spock. And he is refused. So Mr. Scott rigs the Excelsior to fail and rigs the Enterprise to be run by a skeleton crew. So they take the Enterprise, they get back to Genesis, and that's when they encounter Commander Kruge and the Klingon bird of prey. Kruge justifies why he's attacking for the Klingon Empire, seeing Genesis as a weapon. Make a long story short, the Enterprise fires the first shot on the bird of prey and pretty much knocks her for a loop. Maybe Admiral Kirk should have finished it off while he had the chance. But they didn't expect to take the ship into combat, and everything burned out. The comm systems burned out, there was no phaser power or even shields. So when the Klingon bird of prey fired photon torpedoes back, it was pretty devastating. Kirk actually tricks Kruge into sending most of his crew over to the Enterprise to board. And what happens is, the reason it gets destroyed is because Kirk sets the auto-destruct. And the Enterprise is put on the auto-destruct order. And as the Klingons finally reach the bridge, they inform Kruge that it must be run by a computer because it's the only thing speaking. And he goes, "Let me hear." And it's 5, 4, 3. And he says, get out of there." But it's too late. And then the awful scenes of the Enterprise destroying itself starts with the bridge. You see the explosions where the Klingons are thrown around on the bridge, and then the top of the bridge just explodes. The whole top of the dome of the saucer section, or the island. Then this part starts to kick in. You see all the damage, firing, and all the stuff on itself, and then all of a sudden it shows you this shot as the ship the front saucer section just explodes. When it does that, it falls into orbit. As it goes into orbit, it burns up in the atmosphere. A really sad ending. To what is my favorite ship. Don't get me wrong, I think all the Enterprise ships are beautiful. But the NCC 1701 has my heart. Anyway, that's my review of this wonderful model ship. And my memories with you. And my rambling is coming to an end now. So if you guys get a chance to pick this model up, this is really cool, and you won't be sorry. So, thank you for watching. Till next time, take care.